What are some unhealthy cultures in human society? Unhealthy cultures in human society can be identified through various behaviors and systems that lead to widespread suffering, conflict, and imbalance. Based on the worldview and philosophy of Life Chanyuan, here are some key aspects of unhealthy cultures. 1. Conflict and war. The prevalence of warfare and conflicts between nations, ethnic groups, and social classes. These are often driven by selfish desires for power, territory, and resources. Such conflicts result in significant human suffering, loss of lives, and environmental destruction. 2. Materialism and greed, a culture that prioritizes material wealth and consumerism over spiritual and emotional well-being. This often leads to excessive competition, envy, and dissatisfaction as people constantly seek more possessions and higher status. Such cultures neglect the importance of inner peace and fulfillment. 3. Exploitation and inequality. Systems that perpetuate inequality, where the rich and powerful exploit the poor and vulnerable. This includes economic exploitation, discrimination, and lack of access to basic needs like healthcare, education, and housing. Inequality creates social tensions and widespread suffering, trapping many in a cycle of poverty and deprivation. 4. Destruction of nature. Practices and lifestyles that harm the environment, such as deforestation, pollution, and overconsumption of natural resources. This destruction disrupts the balance of ecosystems, leading to climate change and loss of biodiversity, which in turn affects human health and livelihoods. 5. Mental and spiritual neglect. Cultures that neglect the importance of mental and spiritual well-being. The lack of practices that promote inner peace, mindfulness, and connection to a higher purpose can lead to widespread issues like depression, anxiety, and a sense of purposelessness. People may feel disconnected from their true selves and from each other. 6. Cultural clashes and isolationism, societies that are closed off to other cultures and ideas, leading to ignorance, prejudice, and conflict. Isolationism and cultural superiority hinder the exchange of beneficial ideas and practices, creating an environment of fear, mistrust, and misunderstanding. 7. Overregulation and control. Excessive governmental control and overregulation stifle individual freedoms, creativity, and innovation. When governments try to control every aspect of life, it often leads to oppression, corruption, and resistance among the populace. People feel constrained and unable to express their true potential. 8. Moral and ethical decline. A decline in moral and ethical standards where dishonesty, corruption, and selfish behavior become the norm. This leads to a breakdown of trust within communities and institutions, making it difficult to achieve collective well-being and progress. Societies may become more fragmented and less cooperative. 9. Lack of compassion and community. Societies that lack a sense of community and compassion, where individuals are isolated and disconnected from one another. This results in weakened social bonds, increased loneliness, and a lack of mutual support, which are essential for a healthy and thriving society. People may feel alone and unsupported in times of need. These aspects highlight the need for a profound cultural shift towards values that promote harmony. What are some unhealthy cultures in human society? Unhealthy cultures in human society can be identified through various behaviors and systems that lead to widespread suffering, conflict, and imbalance. Based